Hi everybody, it's Mike here again. I'm doing another follow-up video to yesterday's one, basically on Bitcoin once again, and as to why you should have Bitcoin, and if you're not already in it, why you should actually consider Bitcoin, seriously consider Bitcoin, especially running up into 2017. Yesterday I did a video on the accessibility and the ease in which you can use Bitcoin to either grow Bitcoin and actually cash out Bitcoin. And a lot of people are a little bit baffled as to how Bitcoin will actually work, how you can get hold of it, how you can transfer funds in and out using Bitcoin. So I hope yesterday's video just gives you a visual indication as to just how easy it is once you get to understand how Bitcoin works. Now today I've gone to CoinDesk, which is a site that gives you up-to-date information as to where Bitcoin stands up against other currencies, how it stands on its own as a worth of value, and where it's been and where it's projected to go. Also where it actually is at any one time. Now this is a live site. It gives you the current price of Bitcoin. At the moment it's 963.3. Over the day it's fallen 1.5%, which is not a problem, because overall the underlying trend is upwards. So that's what we're looking for. We're not looking for every half an hour or every 5 minutes where it's down. Just the overall direction in which it's taken, and with Bitcoin it's been constantly upwards. Now a few facts here. It's got today opened at 978, so it opened higher than what it stands at the moment. Today's high was 982 and the low was 949. So it's a change of minus 14 overall. Total Bitcoin is 16 million at the moment. That's the amount that's been mined totally. However, you have to bear in mind that the maximum amount of Bitcoin that was initially designed to be mined is 21 million. Okay, we've hit 16 million. So as with everything in markets, in monetary markets, it's the rarer the item, the more valuable it becomes. Okay, that's simple. Just simple schoolboy economics, really. And so we have a limit of Bitcoin that are actually going to be mined at the end of the day. And when that limit is reached, there will be no more Bitcoins which will be able to be mined, and that will be it. That's it. It's a finite amount of Bitcoin, so we're going to have to deal with that. But having said that, if you've got your Bitcoin, by the time they're all mined, you're sitting on gold. Let me go down, scroll down on this site. I just want to give you a little brief history as to where Bitcoin has come from. Okay, now here I'm looking over it a year ago. The year ago, the value of Bitcoin was 430. Okay, $430. That's a year ago. Okay, now a bit closer to home, 3 months ago. Okay, wait for this to catch up. 3 months ago, it was $608. So you can see the climb. Okay, just 1 month ago. Here we go. 1 month ago, it was $731. So it's almost like an exponential growth in Bitcoin. It is growing and growing and growing. Here we go. Last week, what is it valued last week? It was 861. More growth, incredible growth here. Yesterday, just 1 day ago, the value was 967. Okay, so 967 yesterday, and it really hasn't done much more. It's gone down a little bit more today, minus 1.5. So it's hovering just below the $1,000 mark. Okay, I had anticipated, or I still anticipate, $1,000 per Bitcoin valuation. So that's what I'm looking for at the moment. If you want to keep an eye on what Bitcoin is doing on a daily basis, there are lots and lots of different sites. This this is one of my favourite. This one is called Fiat Link, Fiat Leak as opposed to Link. And here it gives you a visual representation of where the Bitcoins have actually been bought, where they're actually going. It seems at the moment that a lot of it seems to be going towards China and North America. But this runs 24 hours a day. It gives you an update and, of course, valuation, everything to do with Bitcoin. Lots of links. These are all the transactions that are going on. Being electronic, Bitcoin can be traced. You can tell at any one time when a Bitcoin has been bought or sold and mined, and everything can be tracked, which is pretty good. But at the same time, when you're doing transaction, it's almost anonymous. The transaction details is kept between the buyer and the purchaser. That's the way it is. It's almost as if you and I were in a closed rooms and we do a deal and we walk out of our own exit from either side. So that's the beauty of Bitcoin. It's quick, it's easy, and it cuts out the banks. No middleman. You do your deal, you do your transaction, and then you're on your way. That's the beauty of Bitcoin. No bank charges or any nonsense like that. One of the things that turned me on to Bitcoin was that I did a transaction online. As a result of that transaction, I was supposed to be sent. This was a very quick and brief little business transaction online. As a result of that, I was supposed to be sent $10. Okay, so I said, look, cut me a check, send me a check to the UK, and I'll have it straight into my bank account. So they agreed with that. I then went to my bank account. After I received my check, I then took my check to my bank and I said, I'd like to deposit this into my account. And they said, oh no, we don't accept that. You'll have to go to one of the banks down the road. So a little annoyed, I went down to the bank down the road. I said to them, do you accept US checks? I live in the UK, by the way, just to add. I said, do you accept US checks? They said, we do, but we're going to have to charge you £10. Yes, £10. So I said, the check is only valued for $10. And they said, oh no, we're really sorry about that. We have to charge, it's a flat bank charge of £10 for any checks from the US. And oh, by the way, it's going to take us about 6 weeks to clear it. I couldn't believe it. So that was the very last international transaction I did via my bank. So you can imagine why I was jumping for glee when something like I discovered Bitcoin. So one of the reasons why I'm doing this, involved with Bitcoin, I'm becoming very heavily in Bitcoin, is because it makes sense. And I've yet to meet a person who really loves the banks and loves everything that they do. Many ways in which you can deal with Bitcoin. Now with Bitcoin, once you've purchased a Bitcoin, and I will go into how to purchase Bitcoin in the next video, but I'm just briefly in this video trying to tell you how easy it is to transact and move your money around using Bitcoin. Once you've acquired your Bitcoin, if you can imagine that you have a virtual wallet, and in that virtual wallet you can put your Bitcoins. Okay. Now, one of the wallets, there are many wallets around online, but one of the wallets online is one called Coinbase. This is one of the biggest ones, most recognizable wallets. Coinbase is a US, I believe it's a US-based wallet. You can receive your Bitcoin, you can store it in here, you can purchase things by transferring your Bitcoin from your Coinbase wallet into the seller's Coinbase wallet. Okay, it's a very simple transaction. They have something of value which is worth whatever Bitcoin it's worth. It could be most Bitcoin is broken down into points of a Bitcoin. So you have one Bitcoin, then you can have 0.5 of Bitcoin or 0.25 Bitcoin. Fractions of Bitcoin, that's how you can break it down. So they could be 0.05 Bitcoin, and then from your wallet, i.e. this Coinbase wallet, you will then transfer 0.05 Bitcoin into their wallets. They may have a Coinbase wallet, or they may have one of the many other Bitcoin wallets online. They will then receive it. The transaction is merely between you two. There's no bank it's got to go through or to clear or anything like that. The deal is done instantly, almost instantly, and then the transaction is complete, and that's it. There are many other wallets, as I said. One of the other wallets is eCoin, one of my favoured ones, and they're going through a transition. They're going to be renamed as wirexapp.com. But it's a very good wallet, very quick. Rates are very feasible, actually, very compatible compared to some of the others. But this is a really good one. I've received my card. Actually, I received 2 cards last week. If I can show you, cover up my numbers. I got this card and I got this card. This card is the eCoin card, and this card is the Zappo card. With these wallets, they give you a card in which you can go to majority of bank cash dispensing machines and withdraw the cash equivalent of your Bitcoins. This is another one. This is one of the cards I've just showed you, Zappo. You can order a card from them. Basically, it's a debit card. You load up via your Bitcoin wallet, as Zappo is a wallet, as is the other two, eCoin, that's also a wallet. I forgot to mention before that these are all wallets. These are just 3 that I'm showing you at the moment, 2 of which I've got a card for. And they're excellent. You can use them all over the world, wherever you are. You're not limited to the town and the place where you live. If you go abroad, for instance, with eCoin Wirex card, if you're in Europe, you can get a card that dispenses in the euro, so you can get your euros via there. If you're in the UK, where I reside, I got a pound sterling card, and if you're in the US, you can also get a dollar card, which will dispense in dollars. So these are very flexible. You can always get access to your money, and the beautiful thing about Bitcoin is that you're not beholden to anybody, really. I mean, if you think about the people in Greece, think about the people in Venezuela, some of the other countries where they've had bank runs, and they cannot get access to their money from their bank accounts. Can you imagine if they had a Bitcoin account or wallet? Can you imagine if they had a Bitcoin debit card? They can get access to their Bitcoin funds. Right at the moment in India, I think the government, as all governments do, acts fairly stupidly. They've abandoned, I think it's their 5,000 notes, and another one, I think another one is 100 notes, 5,000 rupees and 100 rupees. Don't quote me on 100 rupees, or maybe 1,000 rupees notes, but they've stopped the use of those, and so people cannot get their hands on their money. They can't trade. A lot of the trade are done in the streets, small commercial holdings. They can't do their business, they can't get access to their funds, and they can't buy things with it either. So it's a complete catastrophe in India at the moment, where people can't get their money. But if you can imagine if they had a Bitcoin card, the problem wouldn't exist, which is why you'll see a lot of the countries like India, where's the other country? There's another country, I think Greece as well, where there's been a huge upsurge in the interest in Bitcoins, because it cuts out the banks. The banks do not rule your lives. You are your own bank. And so that's the beauty of Bitcoin. In my next video, I'm going to show you how to open a Bitcoin account. and I'm actually going to show the company, the business that I use in which I can grow my Bitcoins. And so until the next video, guys, take care. I hope this has been useful to you.